Hello everybody and welcome. So our events today pretty simple. Just go out and gather. It also counts for amethyst and use building, research, and training speed ups along with your honor points. So quick simple stuff today. I want to talk about the new event that is coming out, the Superalloy War. It is a twist on I forget what it's called, but Kings of Avalon had it. Puzzles of Survival has a twist to this as well, but it's basically the same concept. Obviously, I haven't played it on this game yet either, so I'm just going to go down basically the basics that I do know. So, some tips and tricks to help you out to start, but I cannot give you a 100% guarantee that they will work the same or the game is, or this event is the same like the other games. From the video I saw of the one in Puzzles and Survival, it is different than KOA. It looks like it's a revved up version of it, but at the same time it looks like it is the same concept. So I'm going to go ahead and go off of what I have seen, what I have kind of put together piecewise, and hopefully that'll at least kind of give a head start of an understanding of what's going on when you at least first get in and you're not just kind of at a complete blank stare of everything. So this event is a lot. It's a lot of information. It's a very strategic event, and it's a very alliance-based event as well. The more people you have for this event, the better it will be. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Like I said, it's a lot to take in, so this is probably gonna end up being a little bit of a longer video, but we're gonna get through this. I'll try to keep it as simple as possible as well, so it's not to overload you. So if you go over to your event preview, and then if you come up here to the, let me move my freaking thing out of the way there, to the explanation point, you get all the information that you need here. You have event introduction, event rules, event phases, and point info. I'm not going to go down through all the point information. Check that out at your own pace, at your own time. It's still about 20 hours away, maybe a little less, but check it out. Definitely do it. So big thing is you will be teleported to a whole new world. Do not freak out when it pops up and when it loads and when you join into a completely different realm. It's supposed to happen, I promise. When you join into this realm, well, let me first, before I get ahead of myself, the first part of this is scheduling. With that scheduling, we will have, okay, that's actually when you're actually in the thing. Okay. The reason why you do want to make sure that you guys are connected as far as event times go is because the more people, like I said, the more people you have for this, the better. The first part of the event is scheduling, and R4 or R5 can select the time for it to be able to be paired up with somebody else around the same time as well. So, like I said, this is a huge alliance thing from the very start to the very end. After the scheduling, then you are paired up, and typically you're paired up between the scheduling timing and the power of your alliance. So this is not strictly staying in your server. This will be spread out like the kill event, and you'll be paired off based off of power, but instead of server power, it's your alliance power directly. Now, I personally had tips and tricks for that myself, but because of this just starting up, I'm not going to give that away. I'm going to keep it with my own alliance. So definitely try some tricks out. See what works best for you guys. And good luck for all of that as well. Alright, so event intro. Superalloy War is a mutual activity between the two alliances to show off their dominant power, and its goals is to earn points from occupying strongholds. Now, in other games, strongholds is considered your base. This is not, you're not occupying people's bases. You are going to be occupying buildings and towers and different things like that. There are multiple strongholds, including watchpoints, military base, alloy hospitals, alloy storage, and supply base. And they all provide different points and effects, all of which open as the war goes on. Superalloy Lab is the beginning point of all transportation routes, which cannot be occupied. So these transport places or transportations start off on this center building, and that building you cannot occupy at all. It's just there just to do transportation. That's it. Each stronghold must be occupied and defended for 3 minutes by the occupier to provide alliance and personal points. So you guys could be fighting back and forth, and those 3 minutes will basically get reset until somebody is in there for that 3 minutes straight, and then you can start getting those points added up. Simple. When alloy transportations pass through occupied strongholds, the occupier gets massive alliance and personal points. So once those transportations get to you, get a nice big bonus there. Any casualties in the event will be accommodated in the war zone hospitals and recover after you leave the battlefield safe and sound. So during the event, the Alliance Hospital will hold on to them, can heal them, I believe. During, I don't know. I know in KOA we had a Alliance Hospital button while we were in there. We could heal everything up if we wanted to. If not, we just let it go to the end of the battle. But it is good to know that none of your troops will be lost during this, so please, even your little guys, get them involved. It's fun, and all those points do add up. The alliance with higher points wins after the battle ends, and both alliances get their rewards depending on victory or defeat. So even if you are defeated, you do get, your ranking points, I believe. You can redeem items in the Superalloy War Shop with Superalloy dropped in the rewards. And you cannot plunder any resources when attacking other people's bases in events. So don't think this is going to be a free ride for you to go out and just get resources. Ain't happening. Alright? All alliance members are registered as one alliance in the event. Alliance containing 10 or more members with level 18 commander centers or above is the requirements. Okay, well that's good to know. The time can be changed by an R4 or R5 as many times as needed until the sign-up period ends. The time frame selected may not be your actual participation time in the event. If the system changes the time in its pairing process due to insufficient participants, all Alliance members will receive a notification mail about the actual time for participation. The system will pair two alliances with similar time frames for signups and alliance fames, and the paired alliances will enter the same battlefield for the Superalloy War. So they have league tiers, which is basically your rankings from your last rounds. The higher tier you have, the more godly your alliance is, I guess would be the way to put it. It's just like regular PvP ranking, just different form of it. Alright, so that's that. The rest of it's just kind of whatever. You got endorsement, you got league and fame. Read that at your own point. So for the rules, I already told you your participation requirements. You cannot leave during this event. I mean, you can leave the event itself, but you cannot leave the alliance. And you cannot join another alliance and expect to play during the event. So it's a one and done thing. If you leave the event during that hour, yes, the event lasts an hour, by the way. If you leave the alliance during that event, you will still have your points. Or if you leave the event, you will still have your ranking and your points, but you cannot re-enter the events. So once you leave that map, you're done. Even after the event has started, like everybody's poured it in, and you come in, say like 20 minutes later, you are still able to jump in. Please jump in. Alright? Just do it. Let's see. Yada yada. Did that. Yada yada. That's a big thing. If the alliance points equal 0, the entire alliance gets no reward. So it's not even just, one person. No, it's all or nothing. Now, that's not saying that, every single person in your alliance needs to be doing this event for you guys to get points. No, I'm just saying, like, if none of your alliance gets any points, you're not getting any kind of reward. If the paired alliance is missing for the war, the all alliance members qualified for the event may claim the alliance rewards. So it's basically a free win for everybody. Yada yada. Simple stuff. Alright, so you have your phases in this. When you enter the battlefield, both sides will be assigned to either the left or the right side of the spawning points. So you have all the towers and everything else that you're supposed to take over, and you guys will spawn on opposite sides. And this is called, what I call the safe zone. You cannot be, at least in KOA, you couldn't be hit in that safe zone. If you got hit and zeroed while you were out of that safe zone, you'll automatically be teleported back to that safe zone. So it's not like you can just sit there and be hit multiple times. It's kind of cool how they made that happen. Now again, I do not know if that's going to happen for this one. I'm assuming at least the safe zone, you're good. When you first join, and there's a 5-minute, at least in Puzzles and Survivor and in KOA, there's a 5-minute time frame where you cannot hit, you cannot attack, you cannot take over. You can just basically spawn in, check out the other teammates, check out the people you're against, and check out the map and start doing your planning and your preparation. You will have a map on the bottom left of your screen. You can click on that, and it will not show you where the enemy is, but it will show you where all the towers and everything is for you to be able to take over. So you can look at that and start planning off of that as well. And then you have, what else was it? Yeah, that's basically it for that part. I suggest your biggest rally caps in your alliance are the ones who take over as many of the towers first, get them in, and then everybody else backs them up and reinforces them. It's kind of like the same concepts when you take over hub. You want your biggest guy in first so you can get as many other people in to help protect it and conquer it and whatnot. So it's pretty simple. Like I said, it's a lot to take in. it's pretty unique. It's very fun because you don't lose anything. And you can just go out, take out stress, have some fun. And it's also a great way, strategically, to learn about how other alliances play and other alliances work together and their strategies. And it's just a cool concept all around. And it's fun. In KOA, we had it where we had a whole separate chat room, and we could talk back and forth with the other teammates and stuff in there, along with your own chat room of the people that are in the war. I guess I'll call it a war zone, in the new war zone area as well. So it wasn't taking up regular chat, and regular chat of the Alliance wasn't taking over the war zone chat. So it was all separated, so you didn't have anything to worry about that. So do make note of that. It is possible that they will have it set up that way to where the rest of your lines will not be able to contact you during this hour of the event. So if they're over here freaking out and whatnot, they better try to get you some other way, or they need to wait. Because like I said, once you leave the event, you cannot come back in. Looks like this is the same way as KOA as far as the battle phases go. After X amount of time is when the next set will be opened for you to be able to take over. Yeah, you can either leave the battlefield yourself at the end of it, or wait for the system to kick you out. You get extra points if you're the first person to occupy something via both sides. So if the other team hasn't occupied, nobody in your team has occupied it, and you're the first one in, you get extra points for that. And that also includes everybody that is behind you as well with that. So if you have other people reigning you, they also get that first occupancy. You get points for every person and every, you get the alliance points, and you get the members inside of the strongholds. So alliance and personal, so long you're reigning or holding. You get points every second for occupancy of the strongholds. And then, like I said, you also have the point info, which I'm not going to go over that at all. Go ahead and check that out when you get the chance. But that is what it is. And I would definitely go ahead and suggest checking out this information on your own time, at your own pace. I'm just trying to get through this to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, some tips and tricks. Well, I guess I really didn't have much tips and tricks, but at least you're not going in blinded as to what this event is. As always, any questions or anything like that that I may have missed and you're curious about, go ahead and either comment on this or get a hold of me on Discord. My mail is always open, so feel free to contact me, and I will get those answers to you as soon as possible. For now, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Actually, what was I going to do? And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Take care.